When it's grim, be the Grim Reaper and go get it.
It's a whole lot more fun when you got to make a play like that to win the game and just steal somebody's soul. You know, that's what it feels like sometimes where they're sitting there going, man, we just had this great comeback, and you get to reach in there and take it from them. That's a whole lot of fun.
Ooh, welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. At least we know Stephon Diggs can tackle Perna. Man, if only the Bills were smart enough to put Diggs on defense at the end of the game, maybe they could have gotten a stop in 13 seconds. Look, Buffalo, if I can create a child in 12 seconds, you surely can be better on defense and stop Mahomes. Speaking of, we have some elite quarterback nicknames heading into the championship games. The Grim Reaper, Mahomes. The Soul Snatcher, Stafford. The Tiger King, Burrow. And the guy my wife wants to Garoppolo. Some are saying this was the greatest weekend of divisional football ever, as all 4 games were decided on a final play. I say ask Buccaneers, Packers, Bills, and Titans fan that same question. Today I'm going to go through the best and worst moments, highlights, and insanity that was the divisional round of football. All I ask is that you subscribe to this YouTube channel for more football videos, and hey, give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. Best and worst, that's good sports. Let's do it! First thing you should know about me, it's that I'm a liar. I'll also ask you to support my channel by checking out my coffee company, BenchwarmerBrew.com. We've got 3 roasts of coffee, 5 Points, Urinating Trees blend, and my blend. So if you're into coffee, check it out. Also, I've got Patreon shout outs for Brett, Wiener, Michael, Winkler, and Taylor. We will be doing the Patreon Zoom Hangout this week. That is open to all $10 patrons and now all $10 YouTube members. So all the new YouTube members who signed up, I'll be sending you a link to that Zoom Hangout Thursday evening. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate the hell out of you, every single one of you. Bengals versus Titans, worst? Ryan Tannehill's first throw was picked off by elite safety Jesse Bates, leading to an Evan McPherson field goal. This is what, in literature, they call foreshadowing. Best, a quick trio of sacks to start the game for the Titans. Jeffrey Simmons was unstoppable, finished with 3 sacks. Harold Landry and Danico Autry combined for 3. You, me, and Bud Dupree had 1. And Kyle Pecco and Naquan Jones split 1. It was Oprah's world and everyone got a sack. But it was tough sledding for both offenses until Jamar Chase broke it open with a 41-yard catch and run. But the Bengals settled for 3. Worst, always knowing when a Bengals fan robs a bank. Best, David Long sniffing his finger after Burrow goes down. This is probably one of the strangest celebrations I've ever seen, and I hope Long washes that glove thoroughly. Best, Titans run the Henry Cat for the first touchdown of the game. Quarterback Derrick Henry may have been a better option for the remainder of the game. After a penalty, though, on the PAT, the Titans elected to go for 2. Henry from the 1-yard line? Yeah, I'd take that bet every time, but damn, we got a best tackle by Clay Johnson to stop the 2-point play. You might remember Clay getting cut by the Rams on Hard Knocks. Worst, Derrick Henry could never get going. He just had a couple solid runs. Finished with 62 yards on 20 carries. Dante Foreman appeared to have the hot hand, and Vrabel couldn't identify that. Foreman, 66 yards, more than Henry on just 4 carries. Worst, the Bengals allowed 5 sacks by halftime. Worster, thinking they'd do something to fix that in the second half. Can you draft a tackle at halftime? Best, Joe Mixon puts the Bengals up 10 with a nice rushing TD. That was their first entrance into the end zone, and it didn't come until the middle of the 3rd quarter. Best, Dante Foreman broke a 50-yarder, and it went completely wasted as Mike Hilton tipped the ball to himself on the next play. This play was amazing, but was capped with a worst taunting penalty in the playoffs. Fucking taunting in the playoffs? I hope John Mara loses his entire fortune in the worst way possible. Best, the Titans decided to mimic the Bengals with the controversial pick of their own. Again, Joe Burrow takes the interception in the stat sheet, but damn, Samaje Perine may have made the best block all day by any Bengal as he blocked the ball away from his hands. The Amani Hooker pick is upheld, and Tannehill goes deep to find a backpedaling A.J. Brown who makes a one-handed grab for the touchdown. Best, momentum was shifting as that tied the game. After another Burrow sack, Tennessee was driving behind the legs of Foreman, which is why on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, it was inexcusable neither was given to Foreman. Best, the Bengals stand up to the king and stuff Henry on 4th down, and the new king is the Tiger King, Joe Burrow. Worst, with 30 seconds left in the game, Ryan Tannehill's last throw was picked off, leading to an Evan McPherson field goal. See, I told you about foreshadowing. Eli Apple broke that pass up. You know what they say, an apple a day keeps the Super Bowl away, which used to relate to whichever team Apple played for. Best, Kingslayer and new king, Joe Burrow was sacked a playoff tying record 9 times and still gets the win, which actually tied him with Lynn Dawson, who did the same dumb thing back in 1976, proving once and for all 9 sacks are way better than 3 picks, which is what Tannehill had. Best, rookie kicker, Evan McPherson. 4 for 4 on the game with the 52-yard game winner. McPherson told Joe Burrow, "Looks like we're going to the AFC Championship game," right before he went on to the field for the game winner. That's baller. Worst, Cincy, your job now is to stop this woman. Only the Tiger King can slay this cougar. Niners versus Packers. Okay, I already best and worstified this video in the Did Aaron Rodgers Choke episode. You can check it out here if you want, but here's a quick, very quick recap just so you don't feel betrayed. Best, the 49ers winning a divisional round playoff game without having their offense score a single touchdown. Impressive. Worst, the Packers special teams generating 3 points, but costing the team 13. They are the Fire Festival of NFL special teams units. They are not real, and they tricked everyone into thinking the Packers had a chance. Aaron Rodgers being the only quarterback to not throw a pick on Saturday and still lose. Hard worst. Sadly, Josh Allen also knows how he feels. Rams versus Buccaneers. Best, Tom Brady starting the game 0 of 4. You knew right away this was not going to be vintage Brady, and you had the Rams front 7 to thank for that. A ton of pressure. Worst, my wife's high school alum Ndamukong Suh gets called for taunting his former teammate, screaming that Stafford kicked him.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting.
Suh, by the way, is very famous for stomping on quarterbacks' limbs, so him thinking Stafford kicked him is all a bit too ironic, don't you think? According to John Stockton, Ndamukong Suh is one of 150 defensive linemen who die every year by quarterback kicks. And frankly, I can't believe the NFL hasn't done more to protect defensive linemen from quarterbacks. Best, noted weapon Kendall Blanton gets in the end zone to make it a 10-0 ball game. First touchdown of his career after catching just 4 passes on the season. Best, the Buccaneers kicked the ball out of bounds twice. And since the Raiders weren't fielding it, the Rams got to start from the 40. Best, Matthew Stafford goes deep, super deep to super duper Cooper Kupp for a 70-yard touchdown. Another bit of foreshadowing, okay? That was a conversion on 3rd and 20. Best, Brady gets flagged for jawing with the ump. First unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of Tom Brady's career. Best, Aaron Donald was the first to register a Brady sack. I think the Rams finished with 3 on the day. And on the next play, Tom throws an ugly interception to Nick Scott. Brady is clearly rattled, and it's starting to look like the 2015 AFC Championship game all over again. Worst, Rams want to make it a 27-3 lead before half, but Cam Akers fumbles on the 1-yard line. This is the first time that I learned you can actually be ruled down by your head, but it doesn't matter because the ball was already coming loose. This is the moment, though, that the Rams should have switched to Sony Michel, in my opinion. Best, Brandon Powell has an excellent punt return, and it sets up a quarterback sneak for a touchdown by Matthew Stafford. So it's 27-3, which was too damn close to 28-3. And the attempted betrayal on Stafford began anyway. Worst, after Suckup hits a short field goal, Cooper Kupp fumbles, Sean Murphy bunting, scooping, and not quite scoring, but the Bucs get a huge turnover and cash in there with Leonard Fournette, which had Chris Collinsworth going full-on guttermouth.
You get 240 pounds a man coming.
Best, you knew it was coming. It's just a matter of time before Von Miller gets there with the strip sack, recovers it himself, and gives the ball back to the Rams in clutch fashion. Let's see if the Rams can take advantage, and oh no. Worst, the Rams dumb sinner snaps the ball when Stafford isn't ready for it. Jason Pierre-Paul, of all people, with 2 hands is there to recover. When the guy who has less fingers than Tom Brady has rings recovers a fumble, you know you're in trouble. Worst, the Rams try to answer. They drive into field goal range. They can make it a 3-score game, but oh no, Gay is short from 47 yards out. Not wide, short. What is this, 1982? Brady gets the ball back, and he's gonna go deep, and he hits Mike Evans in stride. Right over Jalen Ramsey's head. It's a 65-yard touchdown. It's now a 7-point game. Buttholes everywhere are clinching, and not even David Long's finger could get in there because they were so tight. Worst, just don't fumble. Just don't fumble. Just don't fumble, Rams. Just don't fumble. Oh my God, Cam Akers fumbled it again. And of course, playoff Lenny easily scoots into the end zone to tie it up. 4 fumbles and a missed field goal by the Rams, basically in one half of football. Some of the dumbest shit I've seen since the Falcons Super Bowl. Best, he gets one chance to shut the haters up once and for
steal somebody's soul.
Clock it! Clock it! Clock it! Get on the fucking line! Clock that shit! Clock it!
Steal somebody's soul.
Clock it! Yeah!
And best, Matt Gay redeems himself, comes on to win it. This one's from 30 yards out. It can't possibly be short. No, it's right. Down the gooch. The Rams win it. The first 3 games of the divisional round, all decided by a game-winning field goal by the road team. Tom Brady's season is over, and he's talking retirement. Best, the Rams lost 4 fumbles and still won a playoff game. The first team to do it since 1975 when the Steelers did the same incredibly stupid feat. And they went on to win the Super Bowl. Now the Bucs have officially been eliminated, per sources, and those sources are Antonio Brown. Bills versus Chiefs. Best, the Bills were hanging balls early on, converting 2 4th downs and scoring with Devin Singletary on an opening drive, giving them a 7-0 lead. We could feel, though, a shootout immediately in the works as Patrick Mahomes answers with his legs to tie it up at 7, including a 35-yard rush and an airborne touchdown that knotted it up. Best, Mahomes throws a submarine pass to Tyreek Hill, which set up the opposite kind of play, a jump pass to Byron Pringle for the touchdown, putting the Chiefs up 14-7. Mahomes was basically just showing off at this point. I call him Costanza because I think he makes everything look harder on purpose. Best, Josh Allen answers with the sidearm sling of his own and then ties the game up with this Gabe Davis touchdown. He finished with 201 receiving yards and 4 TDs, a playoff record. Worst, the Bills, after converting 2 4th downs on the opening drive, punt on 4th and 1. The balls they had in the first quarter begin to shrivel. Cowards, you giant cowards. That cowardly decision leads directly to a Mecole Hardman touchdown. Worst, Butker doinks the extra point, and the Chiefs mascot is just as thoroughly confused as I am. Best, Josh Allen answers. He goes deep and hits Gabe Davis for a 75-yard touchdown. Second touchdown for Davis, and that play is when we all knew to strap in and not miss a second of this thriller. Best punter Matt Hack tackles Tyreek Hill on this punt return. This looked like Ben Roethlisberger tracking down Nick Harper 16 years ago. Turned out to be huge. Worst, Chiefs get cute and get stuffed on 3rd and 1. You have Patrick Mahomes on your team and you opt for a Blake Bell option play? This would ultimately cost the Chiefs 4 points. Best, Josh Allen takes over on the last drive. This has to be the last drive for Buffalo, right? Allen converts a 4th down with his legs, then fires a dart on 4th down to guess who? Gabe Davis, wide open in the end zone. The Bills are hanging balls right now. Davis life alerted Mike Hughes on this play.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Davis has a 3rd touchdown in the game. Surely there won't be any more. Bills tack on 2 points there and give themselves a 3-point cushion. Worst? Oh no, you forgot to cover Tyreek Hill. You forgot to account for the fastest man on earth, and he has a 64-yard touchdown. 150 on the day for Hill to give the Chiefs the lead. Best? What does Josh Allen do on the ensuing drive? First, he finds Gabe Davis. Then he hits Manuel Sanders for another 1st down. Finally, Josh Allen answers with the laser to, yes, Gabe Davis. The Bills are dragging their balls all over the turf at Arrowhead. I have no idea what the Chiefs safeties were doing. I don't know if they knew there was a play going on, but Davis scores his 4th. And we all thought Buffalo might just have won the game. They have a 3-point lead and just 13 seconds left. Worst, just squib kick it. Squib kick it, please. Oh no, Buffalo kicks a touchback and it burns no time off the clock. The Chiefs have 13 seconds and all 3 timeouts. Worst, the Bills let Tyreek Hill catch and run for 19 yards, and then they leave Travis Kelce open in the seam to set up a Butker field goal. It's like the Bills thought they were up by 4 points instead of 3. And this is why the old saying exists. The prevent defense only prevents you from fucking winning. Worst. What did you think was gonna happen? Butker drills the game-tying field goal from 50 yards out. Worst. What did you think was going to happen? The Chiefs win the toss and get the ball to start in overtime. If I'm Josh Allen, I'm spending the entire offseason learning magic. So I can control coins with my mind, and this never bites me in the arse again. Worst. What did you think was going to happen? The Chiefs drive down the field like a hot knife through butter and score a TD pass to Travis Kelce. He gets his feet in. The Chiefs win. It's the most heartbreaking loss for Buffalo since wide right. But Mahomes and Allen, they solidified themselves as the most electric quarterbacks on earth and will forever be QB legends. The 2 quarterbacks combined for 7 passing touchdowns, 707 yards through the air, 68 and 69 rushing yards apiece, and they both led their teams in rushing. Have mercy, it was a game for the ages. And now, Joe Burrow, please beat those Chiefs. Thanks for watching the best and worst of the NFL Divisional Round. Please subscribe here on YouTube. Give me a follow at Brandon Perna on Twitter. And come back tomorrow for the predictions of the championship games and the power rankings.